5 is Bryson and Carlito.
1, 2, 3.
So we're trying to get to 5 builds. That was our goal. We've had some setbacks. We've had some things that we need to fix. There's learning experiences every which direction. So we're coming in with the inspector, or as the foreman. There's 3 of us today. I'm one of them. We're coming through and we're checking everything, trying to make sure that everything is done correctly. So in house 1 here, we had a little bit of an issue. The seams weren't correct on the flooring. They're functional, but they don't look as good. So at this point, we're trying to figure out what we need to do to get these houses out of here. Every hour, every minute counts at this point. We're trying to get through a minimum of 3 builds. We got a couple months left, so we still have 1 more full build to go. And so we're just trying to minimize the downtime and try to get these houses moving. When you're the foreman, you don't want to be the boss behind everybody, kind of cracking the whip. You want to be the leader that's picking up things and dragging things along with the rest of the crews, motivating them by your example, not by just your words. So the old saying is, your example is so loud that I can't hear your words. As a foreman, you're gonna come in and we got 5 builds going. So what I'm gonna do is I'll walk around all the different houses and I'm gonna see who's behind. Who's the furthest behind, that's where I'm gonna jump in and then keep it moving. We're catching these guys up on the flooring. We should be through the flooring at this point. We got to put some toe kicks in here on the cabinetry. Receptacles got to go in. These guys are adjusting their cabinets to make sure that they're even. That hardware needs to go on. The countertops need to go on with the sink. So it's the last hard push to get all these houses done. And we got quite a bit to do. It's vinyl, yeah, this vinyl flooring is amazing. This is specialty cut, so it may not fit right in right away. We got to put it up against the cabinet here. But basically, you score it, you snap it, and you snap it in. This is a lot less, or it's a lot more durable than the last stuff that we were using. So we're learning as we go what can use, what holds up the best, and what goes in quickly also, because we're trying to get through as many houses as we can. It benefits us to get through as many builds as we can so that we get as much experience as we can get by the time we're done with this class. 5/8. Yeah, this one's like flush to the edge, so that one is that door.
But then when I shut it, it went over that door.
That one? Well, it shouldn't, because, well, this is 17 3/8.
So that one is supposed to go here?
So it's a 1/4 inch bigger, and your reveal here is?
But when I shut the door,
over 3/8.
shut on it.
It shouldn't. Where's your power drill? Yeah, it's this door goes over there. It's a 17 3/8 opening. This one's 17 5/8. Got a little bit of gap here, so we always take them off so that we can install them. So these cabinets, the doors will come off. We put in the screws in the back so that it's easy to work with. We'll also keep them off while we're doing all the crown molding. Makes it easier to work with and to also caulk it and make it look pretty. Then at the very end, you put these doors back on. You adjust the reveal, which is the top and the bottom, and then the reveal in the middle, and then you'll put your hardware on. So they're at the stage of putting them back on. We're getting close, but just happened to put one of them on the wrong spot is all.
Should have been right up to it, right?
Yeah, they're both a little bit over. This one's already a little over 70. Let's see.
That door is so closed. Do you need a chair?
No, but I did the screw that fell down there. It's perfectly level down here at the bottom, and your reveal right here is perfect, top and bottom. You know, you got your cabinets right.
What's your reveal?
So the reveal is this gap right here. So you're gonna have reveal on your doors, you're gonna have reveal on your cabinets. You want this spacing here to be the same spacing all the way up top. You can see that you have that. And you also have a reveal down here where both of these cabinets are exact same height. And it goes all the way down to the other side. And it looks nice, perfect, symmetrical, doesn't catch you off guard, doesn't look abnormal. That's exactly what you want when you come in. Yeah, this is the vinyl flooring that we have. You can score and snap these a lot of times, but if you get smaller pieces and you're trying to score it here and score it there, sometimes it'll break on you. But basically, I'm just gonna cut a little space right here, and then I can score and snap the rest, and it'll come right off. It's the little things in these houses that make it look good. So you can get this done and bang it out real quick. We want efficiency, but we also want quality. So if you come out here and you're having trouble with the cut inside, if you come outside with the miter saw, if you score that and make it look real straight, that's gonna butt up against a cabinet that no floorboard's gonna go on top of. So you can't cover up that mistake. You want things to look really crisp, really clean for the homeowner. So that's why I came out here. I'll score the rest, snap it, and should be good to go. We'll see if it works. Bang, just like that right there. Yeah, like a sheet of drywall. Score, snap, cut, and keep on going. That's what we like to see. Keeps things moving. At the bottom, nail, and then
Because we can send a few of them into here, but it only goes down a few inches.
yeah, but you only need like 4 here. So like here, and here.
Right at
And
the
you'd be
end.
good.
Yeah.
Yep, right at the very end. If all 5 houses fall behind, then that's your fault. If your house falls behind, then it's just, you know, one little house, but the whole project falls behind when you're a foreman, then it kind of reflects on you. So being able to motivate and to help and to pick up where people need that extra help throughout the day, that's a big deal. And it says a lot about your leadership. So she goes, yeah, it's a little extra responsibility, but it also is an extra sense of accomplishment too. Because when everybody's doing really good and you got a really good foreman, the whole project is running smooth and it's running efficient. That really feels good as well. This one here I'm taking a little extra time on because this is one where the toe kick is going and there's no baseboard. So it has to meet up just right. Otherwise you'll see this gap for the rest of the time that they own this house.
And that's why you're literally shaving
Not even inches at a time, but like, you know,
Yeah.
1/16 of an inches.
This corner needs about an 1/8 off, and just the corner itself. I could take it out there to the table saw, and I could take an 1/8 off, a blaze width on the whole thing, but then it would be hanging off the front of the cabinet, and maybe somebody would see it, maybe somebody wouldn't, but I would know, and so that would bother me.
You gotta be honest with yourself about your own work, quality work.
Yeah, at the end of the day, when you're building these homes, it feels good to go home and to know that you made a difference and that somebody's going to have something of quality, and you can see the difference, something tangible, something that you can touch, and so you want to definitely do a good job because it makes you feel good when these products leave here that you did a good job for somebody else. All right, so I got this in here. I got the seam lining up just right. There's not going to be a gap on this side, which is important to me. And then I kind of shake this in. I watch the gap here. And then I come down here and I wobble this down, and I'm maybe like a 1/16 off now. So,
Literally just a little more shave off.
yeah, I could probably hit that with a rubber mallet and make that fit, but it would be tight. And so, wood expands and contracts. Say the monsoon season is going to be in Arizona. It's going to expand when it gets real moist, and it's going to dry back out. Well, when it expands, this wood here, it's going to push on this, and it's going to make it bow. So we want to have a little bit of gap there, ever so slightly, but we don't want it to be super, super snug, because those are the boards that are going to start to get wavy and look really ugly in a year or two. So it's kind of each worker's preference, but for me, I'm not going to shove that down in there and get by, because I know that I could, but I wouldn't be happy with it. I'm going to shave off a little bit more, let it lay down flat. That way when it expands and contracts, it's still going to stay nice and level and clean and neat for the homeowner. No, this side is about an 1/8 off, which is you're not going to see. So the toe kick will go here, and that'll cover up about an 1/8 worth of. I don't have the toe kick in here, or else I'd show it to you. But it's just a finishing board that makes it look like this. This is brown. The finishing board would make it look white, all the way seamless, all the way underneath, and so it'll cover up this line. It's not too big, but it's also not so small that this wood can't move. So we got it just the way we want it now. Took an extra couple minutes, but it's worth it. All right, so now we're gonna stagger these. We don't want to railroad them. We want to stagger them up. So
I think he wants us to just
yeah, I'm gonna keep it fluid. So, is that what you mean?
Yeah, I think he wants us to keep doing with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it the way this looks, but it's still staggering. Like railroading would be like seam to seam. So
I see what you mean.
they've got a method going here on this house. This is one that we're kind of picking up and moving from. So they've got like a 5-inch gap there. So what I did was I just kept that seam the same. I scored this side, and now I'm just going to go ahead and snap it. So here we go. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Here we go. Let me try it again. There we go.
The Karate Kid.
That's right.
Now, why do you guys have these little chunks right here that are separating the ends from the wall?
So it's called a floating floor, expansion, contraction, and we don't want it to be too tight, like I was trying to explain before on the cabinet. The base will come in and cover that up, but this floor is not going to be locked to the ground. It's going to be floating, and so we need to have a little bit of space there for everything to move. We don't want any bows. So we put that there, and then if we were to push and make this seam correct on this side, it wouldn't slide underneath that drywall. It would still hold strong. So it gives us a space at the very end for expansion and contraction, and then it also gives us something to push up against too when we're trying to make all these seams nice and tight. Score, snap, put it in, move on. I don't know. I felt like the integrity of it just wasn't right when I went to put it down. It felt like these corners weren't holding tight. So if I put it in, these corners are the ones that usually fail when people are walking on them. So if I feel like any integrity issues, I'm just going to score and snap a new piece. What ended up happening was I tried to make it too tight because I don't like to see the line. And then if you push down on it, and if it gets weak or brittle on the sides, I probably could have put that piece in, but I'd rather just put in a new piece and make sure that it's going to stay good longer. So that's where I'm at with this. Piece. All right. Let's see if this is gonna fit in there. Probably not. We'll see. Oh, so close. Yeah, 2 3/8, just under. So when I say just under, that means I just take a blade length off. And it should fit in there pretty smooth. This is another one of those pieces that is up against the side of the cabinet. So we're trying to make it as tight as we can without compromising it being able to move. So just one of those things. We'll see how it works out. Yep, so we cut them up. We got the majority of their flooring done. So now we're gonna go check on the next house over, see how they're doing, see if we can help them in any way. Check on my old partner here. We got Junior. We already got a foreman in here, so it looks like they've got it under control. What are you guys up to in here?
Might actually we have to texture this before we paint it.
Okay.
He's getting ready to paint it. I was like, oh, you might have to texture that.
Yep.
So.
All right. So we had the paint out. They just moved the light over on Friday because it wasn't perfectly centered over the range. So now we're going to go ahead and make sure that it's tape and texture, and then we'll put the paint on after that. So probably be later this evening before we can do any of that. I could do jams in this house. We'll take a look at the third house. Third house was doing pretty good. I don't think they need any help in here. Yeah, he's already started on the base, which is good. Oh, he got his jam while they're sitting here. They're not installed yet, but this is called bucking out the jam. So basically when the door is a different size than the opening, you're gonna put a trim piece there for the jam so that they can bring out the casing and the flooring and make it look all smooth and nice. So this house was my house on Friday. It's a little ahead. I don't know why, it's just a little bit ahead right now. So this house, we're gonna leave Josh all to himself here. It looks good in here. Good job, Joshua. Keep the team going, keep them motivated. Doing a great job, my friend. We'll check on house 4. House 4 was a little bit behind on Friday. We'll check for flooring. Oh, flooring's almost done. We got Dylan, he's another foreman in here. So he's helping them with a little bit of flooring. He is a great guy.
Yeah, but not really smart or, I don't know.
Hard worker, real hard worker.
What did he say?
Not so bright.
He said he's a hard worker, he's just not real smart, but that's all right. This is all done. They haven't done their gems either. So this is something that I could probably do pretty quickly for all of the houses, and that would benefit them so they could start on their base. Looks like everything else besides their toe kicks, once they get that last piece of flooring in, they can put in their toe kicks. So we'll check out house 5 real quick, and then we'll formulate a plan on what else we can do for them. When this sticks out, what it's going to do is it's going to turn your casing like this a little bit, the further that it sticks out. So
shims at that point then?
this is perfect at the bottom.
Yeah,
Up here,
it's about made.
yeah. So what I would do, and here too, quite a bit, unless he's telling you that he wants you to butt them up, but I've always made it a reveal, just like any other door casing. I would verify that. Is Dan still here? Okay, let me ask Dan real quick.
Cool.
These guys are bucking out their door jambs, but look how much further this sticks out. It's gonna turn their trim around.
A little bit. It depends on. I've got the same problem as another one.
Look at this though.
Yeah, that might be a little much. But the only other thing you can do is when you do your corner, you're gonna have to shim it. So
To keep it flat and then caulk it behind it.
right.
Okay. So you want them to leave it like that?
Well, because he's about even there, so what do you do?
Yeah, he's even here.
Right.
You would just have to.
Wide here, but he's pretty close here. So just when you put your 2 corners up.
It's just gonna be harder for them, yeah, to make that look nice. So you'll have to shim behind here, because the seam looks good now, right? And then when you put a nail through it, it sucks it to the,
And the gap just again.
and then it just goes, and it's big right here. So what he's saying is if you have this, shim both of them. That way when you nail in, it'll just stay flat. You'll cut the shim off, and then you'll caulk behind it, and it'll make it look clean.
So am I just shimming the corners or am I shimming all the way down?
No, just the corners.
Yeah. Because that's the only place you're going to see it.
Okay.
All right, brother. The door isn't the same size as the opening of the framing, so we're trying to buck this out and to make it look smooth against the drywall here. So basically, you're just going to put a jam extender from here to there, and that's going to make it look really nice and give you a flat spot to put your casing. Your casing is going to be what goes around the jamb of your door that makes it look really nice. So we need something here to pull it out to where we can put casing on it to make it look nice. What ends up happening is that the drywall is a little bit different top and bottom, so they're having a hard time cutting it to where it's real flat, because the flatter that jam is, the better your casing is going to look, because if it's off from the drywall, it'll open up the casing and it will make it look bad. So basically right now what I'm doing is I'm cleaning this up. I'm going to pull all this out. I'm going to get my measurement top and bottom, and then I'm going to rip some jam extender and then nail it in here so that these guys can run base and casing all the way throughout the house. Going to each and every house and making sure that everybody has what they need, basically where they're lacking. Help out with them, not just pointing out what they can do better, but showing them and help pull the weight. I think that really makes all the difference between just telling people what to do and then showing them what to do is the biggest difference between a good foreman and a poor foreman. So leading by example is what you should always do, I think. And so I help them with the flooring. I'm going to help the rest of them with door jambs and then casing and then the floorboards. Hopefully we'll get to the countertops today and the sinks, and just helping out each house when one falls behind, getting them back up to par, and trying to do it in a way that is encouraging to them and helps them out, not only with the physical work, but mentally as well.
And every hour the clock's ticking, huh?
That's right. Every hour, every minute, every second, it counts towards production. It counts towards getting these houses out. And so we just had to remember that. Work with a sense of urgency all the time, and then that's all that you can do.